Hi everyone, today we're going to look at playing around with some self-portraits that we've taken, and we're going to use layers and the layer modes. So first of all, I'm going to copy this so we don't destroy the original layer. So duplicate layer, or Command J is a shortcut for that. You can see with me, I like having my history up there. You can just close it. And if you don't want to see what you're doing, because you just go back wherever you want. If you haven't used Photoshop before, these are some of the tools we're going to be using. So we're going to use the brush tool and what we call the clone stamp tool. And up here, this is the brush size, and whether you want a soft or hard brush for different things, and the opacity of the brush. Now, if you want to, come back, sorry about that. If you want to open up another image, you just go File, Open, and then find your image, and then say Open. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do, because we're going to play with layer modes, I'm going to turn this to a real pure black and white image. I'm going to actually paint all this background out white, whatever I don't want in this image, the picture at the end of the day. Now, to do the change the size of the brush, you can actually, a quick shortcut is the square brackets on the keyboard. So the left one is smaller, the right one is bigger. Okay, save you keep going up here, but it's up to you. Whoops. Command Z to get rid of that. I want white. Okay, so if that's showing at the front, that means I've got white. I can paint with white. And I actually need 0%, 100% hard brush, because I don't want any softness on this, because it's going to be really harsh black and white. Now, usually I'd be really worried about going around hair, and I will show you how to do that using, there's a tool called Quick Selection tool, and I will show you that at another time. And that actually can refine the edges of the hair and really carefully select it properly. But for this today, you won't need that. So quickly, because I don't want you to get bored, so I'm going to do this a little bit roughly. I would like you to take your time a little bit more than me. So I'm just quickly getting rid of that edge. That's it. And down here, I use the magic wand tool. Can you see down here the table? If I click that, then back to the brush, I can just brush over that really easy. And then Command D to deselect it. Okay, don't forget to deselect. If you select something, always deselect it, otherwise it won't let you do anything. So Command D to deselect. Well, I won't get into the fine detail. You can take your time and do that with your own. Right, okay, so now I just need to go to Image, Adjustments, Threshold. And that really is about right. You can play around with it, but I just want to show enough detail so you can see it's me. So I click OK. Right, now I'm going to bring another image in. So I've chosen an image of graffiti that I took of Chanel perfume bottles, which that's one of the perfumes I like, and I like graffiti, so I think that's saying something about me. So I've already opened that image here, but if you haven't, once again you go File, Open, find your image, select it and click Open. Okay, now I've selected this already, but the way to do that quickly is just to use the rectangular marquee tool and just click and drag over your image you want to select. And then I'm going to go Command C to copy, or you can go Edit Copy. So I'll go back here and I can go Command V, Paste, or Edit Paste. Now I'm going to move this underneath and click back to the original threshold copy. Actually, I've just seen something that I need to do. See the flowers digging in here? This, I can use the clone stamp tool. if you click Alt, it gives you a little target. You see, click Alt on the keyboard, click there where you want to copy, and then just soft brush again. And this is, I could have painted it in with a black paintbrush actually, because it's solid black. I haven't got to worry about. If you've got specific things you want to copy over, it's best to use the clone stamp. But yeah, that's fine, I've done it anyway. So now that's solid. So I click here, I've got the image below. You can't see it at the moment because it's underneath the layer underneath. So everything on top of the layers is the thing that you see until you use the blending mode. So we're actually going to choose screen. And now you can see my image, the graffiti image, is now coming through the black areas of the threshold image. What I want to do is actually add some colour to this. So I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to choose turquoise, and this time, oh, the shortcut for brush, by the way, is B. I want a soft brush. And oh, okay. I'll make it larger with my square brackets. I'm just gonna keep it inside this area here, and I'm gonna use pink. And then I'm going to use colour burn. So that's a different, I'm actually using the layer modes differently. You may think, no, I don't like that. So let's say I thought, I preferred it before. Let's go back. And you might prefer that. You put some text on it, and now add other things on top. Tell you what I might be nice. Another thing you do is add texture. Now, because I've thought about this earlier, I've actually got this texture here that I quite like. But if you go to, a good place to get textures is just put free textures in. And I went to free stock textures. And you can go to all the different sections they got here, or I actually search for scratched glass, and then just, I think it was this one I chose, clicked on that, and then you just click download, and it downloads it for you, and then you can save it. Simple as that. So there's lots of free stuff out there. So if I want this texture again, once again, I've already used the rectangular marquee tool and selected it. So if I go Command C, again, go back to my image, Command V, and I want to make this, I could either twist it round or make it bigger. So if I go to free transform, so you get all these, now I can either turn it round, and I want to make it wider so it fits. There you go. And click enter to say you want to save that. And then I'm going to choose another layer mode. So let's try overlay. Yeah. So now I've got a texture on there as well. Now you can actually see the opacity up here. You can actually click on that drop down arrow and you can lower that so you don't see as much texture. Yeah. And obviously, and you could erase areas you don't want. So that's just a quick look at playing around with images, layers and layer modes. So you can have a go yourself, but actually play around and do some other stuff and see what you come up with. So you could actually just bring images in, layer them on top of each other, use the blending modes, and then erase some areas to view them through. So have a good play and see how it goes. Okay, thanks.